Well, hey there, rock stars. Sarah Rockin' Robbins here, coming to you live. And I am very excited to share with you a very costly mistake that I made in network marketing. Yikes! Truth is, it's a common mistake and extremely avoidable. So today I want to talk to you about how you can conquer it as well to make sure that you don't make a similar mistake at some point in your network marketing career, because it's common, but again, as I mentioned, extremely avoidable. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about how. Now before we get started, let's get acquainted. Go ahead and shout out in the comments who you are and where you're tuning in from. If it is your first time watching, click number 1 so I can warmly welcome you. And don't forget, you can click the share button for a chance for a shout out. Share it on a team page, in the inbox with a friend. Because remember, sharing is caring. As always, the more who know, the greater your team will grow. And as you introduce yourself, I'll quickly introduce myself, and then we'll go ahead and we will get started. Who am I? I'm Sarah Robbins. I'm a former kindergarten teacher turned one of network marketing's very top leaders. I personally sponsored for over 300 people in my business. We built a team of over 300,000, did over $1 billion in sales in just a year. And I do share my best practices and my success system in my best-selling book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. And by the way, thank you guys for the shout-outs. As you're sharing on social media, as you see, I repost you as well to my community. But I do love hearing how it helps you to rock your network marketing business. You can purchase this on my website at sarahrobbins.com, or on Amazon. We do have hard copy, Kindle and audio, read by yours truly, and you can make your car a rolling university. And you'll find more great resources over at sarahrobbins.com as well. Keep in mind, our master classes, our webinars, our 2-hour sessions are being sold at half the price at the introductory price, basically before the rates go up for 2019. So check it out. Last week to do that, sarahrobbins.com, go to the store, see what we have to offer, but you are the best investment that you will ever make. What is your why worth? All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started today. And again, I'm gonna share with you the most expensive mistake that I ever made in network marketing. Believe it or not, it's extremely common. Chances are at some point you'll come up to this, your team will as well, and it's completely avoidable. So today I'm gonna talk to you about how you can avoid this very, very common yet extremely expensive mistake. Are you guys ready? Okay, here we go. So many of you have read, by the way, the story of the $50 million woman in my book. If you have not read it, I'll quickly share it with you. But basically, I recruited a gal into my network marketing business who didn't do much in the beginning except for talk about reasons why the business wasn't going to work for her. I gave her a strong system to start on, creating your list, reaching out to those people, doing events, and for whatever reason, right, you're willing to us to be greater than you're wanting to, it wasn't right for her. The timing maybe was not right. As kind of a last effort, I said, I would love for you to send an email out to your contacts, see if anybody who is interested. And she did, and she actually found a great woman by the name of Susie on New Year's Eve who said, hey, I'd love to learn more about this. We got on a 3-way call. Susie joined us on New Year's Eve. What a way to toast to new beginnings. And afterward, this gal said, you know what? I don't think that I am interested. All this hard work, I only brought on one person. Ooh, guys, you never know what people are going to do. You never know who they will lead you to. She decided to quit. Susie went on to build a multi-million-dollar sales team. In fact, one of the largest and strongest and fastest growing over the course and history of our company. Now, if you consider, with average investment and, of course, length of time, just conservative growth, we estimated that was about a $50 million mistake. Ouch. Now you might be thinking, how silly is that? Well, as silly as it may sound, let me just tell you this. I made a similar financial mistake as well. It cost me a lot of money in network marketing. And the big mistake that I made, and I'm going to teach you at the end, so make sure you stay tuned on how to avoid it. I mean, we're going to really focus in on 3 separate areas to help you to avoid this. But the biggest mistake that I ever made, the biggest financial mistake that I ever made in network marketing was passive prospecting. Have any of you been guilty of that before? If so, just raise your hand in the comments below. So what is passive prospecting? Well, maybe it's something that we've got on our chicken list or our dream team list where we, for whatever reason, don't reach out, and we just hope, just by chance, they'll see our event invitation on Facebook or one of our posts. And gosh, we assume so wrongly that if they're interested, that you know what, they will come to me. Kind of entitled, right? Well, I'm just going to be honest. I made that mistake. Again, financially, the biggest mistake that I ever made in network marketing. And again, I'm going to teach you specifically today how to avoid this. But I'll quickly tell the story. So maybe you may have heard it in my book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. But today, really, the topic is all about solutions, right? And how do we avoid this? So now I know the story. Now what do I do with this? So I made the mistake with a woman by the name of Stacy Roning. I had worked for her, and she owned several successful companies, and she was a woman and is a woman of influence in her community. And because I had worked for her and the professional manner of that relationship, and because how successful she was, to be quite honest with you, I knew she'd be amazing, but I kept talking myself out of personally reaching out. I didn't want to burn any bridges. And by golly, if she were interested, she would certainly let me know. So how many of you know that if you think somebody's great, somebody else does too, someone will reach out to them? Why not now? Why not you? So in this case, Rose Gallo Rojas out of Chicago reached out to Stacy, and she built on her credibility. And here's, in a roundabout way, what she said. By the way, if you have somebody on your dream team list, or if you have somebody on your chicken list, like you don't even know how to reach out to them, I want you to write down this language, but really remember this example and let it be a reminder as to why today, literally you should schedule in your planner, today is the day to reach out. In fact, as soon as you're done with this, don't waste another moment, reach out, because you need to think about, like, if that person joined the business with somebody else, would you be sad? If so, pick up the phone. So Rose reached out to Stacy and built on her credibility and said something like this. Stacy, I know you've built a great network in Chicago. I have a business that is expanding there. I would love to share it with you. Pick your brain on ways to grow this there, in hopes that you could lead me to somebody great that it might be for. Can I treat you to coffee? And Stacy said yes, and decided to meet Rose for coffee. Came with a list of freelancers, people who would be, who had worked for her in the past, who might be interested to give to Rose for referrals. I might have even been on that list. And as Stacy sat down with Rose, and I want you to think about the brilliance of this guy, is using a referral-based approach with people. The cool thing is Rose now has a captive audience to share her why she was doing the business and what it's doing for her what we're doing. So essentially sharing now the company story, her story, the company story, and then the who do you know would be great for. We're looking for people to try the products, get great results, people to join our fun and fast-growing team. Who do you know would be great for? Stacy put that list back in her pocket and said, I think I might be interested. How do I learn more? So Rose invites Stacy to a special meeting in Chicago that was happening to come and learn more. Guess who the guest speaker was? It was yours truly. And in walked Stacy, and my stomach and my jaw, it hit the ground. Stacy, being the savvy entrepreneur that she was, saw the value in it right away, decided to join us. She became the #1 recruiter in the company that year. And I guess you could call that my most expensive mistake in network marketing. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Now I'm thrilled for Stacy and Rose, but I only have to learn that type of mistake once. The most expensive mistake that I made is passive prospecting, not picking up the phone and really doing the work that it takes. Okay, so I want you to think about this as you think about, do I reach out to this person? Do I not? Do I actively prospect to them? Or do I make that mistake of passive prospecting, sitting, waiting, and hoping that person is watching? I'm going to ask you, how would you feel if they joined the business with somebody else? How would you feel? How would you then feel if that person went on to become the top recruiter in your company or build a massive team that could have changed your life and allowed you to leave a legacy? What is greater, the risk or the reward? What's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no. You're not going to die. I have yet to die doing this business. Your wildest dreams come true. They join you and they become a top leader, a top producer in your company. So guys, this is a very common mistake. We hide behind, social media is such a good thing for helping us to prospect and spread the word. But it is a thorn in our side as well, because it allows people to hide behind a computer thinking that they're working hard by posting all day long, when at the end of the day, personal activity, active prospecting, daily activity, that is the cure to what ails you in your business. So passive prospecting can be the biggest mistake you ever make. How do you avoid this? I think the problem really boils down to three things. It's a lack of belief, really. It's a lack of personal belief, what we believe about network marketing, or what we believe about success, or what we believe about ourselves. That's one thing, it's belief. The second thing can be leaks as it relates to our skill set, the skill set piece. Like, I believe I can do it, I just don't know how. I don't know how to say, like, Sarah, if you would just tell me exactly what to say to this person, I'll reach out today, but I just need some direction, right? Or it can be a lack of desire. Like, to be honest with you, like, I signed up for this gig a while back, and I just, my willing to is not greater than my wanting to. I've got too much on my plate, too much going on, and this just might not be the right season for me. I get it, right? People's timing has to be right, and our timing can change. Our why evolves with time as well. So today I want to talk to you in just the next few minutes about how we can avoid this mistake and crush these three areas. Well, at least two of them. Because here's the thing. If you have a lack of desire to do your business, there's not much that I can do to influence that. What I could suggest is, I can't want it for people. I can't make people work. But the thing that I could suggest to you today is to revisit your why you did this in the very first place. And I would ask you some questions. What would a successful business mean to you and your family? If you had extra time, because the promise of the business, it can provide time freedom, financial freedom. What would extra time allow you to do? If you had extra resources or extra money, how would that allow you to live? What would that allow you to give? What would a successful business allow you to do? And if you're very clear on your why, it's going to be less likely that you're going to get caught up in the everyday distractions, right? Somebody says no or somebody quits. Disappointment is temporary, but walking out on your why, that's a permanent decision that you make. When you quit, you say no to your team, you say no to your future team, you say no to your family, and you say no to your dream. So I would encourage you to revisit your why. There's nothing like seeing your reason why in action. At the end of the day, my why is so clear. It's to be stay-at-home mom and dad to our sweet son Gabriel, but also to leave legacy for children in need all around the globe as we build orphanages and provide housing, education, nutrition, and support to children overseas and here in the US. You could quit today and I'd be sad for you, but I'm not gonna walk out on my why. You could tell me no today all you wanted, and I might be bummed, but remember that defeat is temporary. Walking out of my dream, that lasts forever. And so at the end of the day, temporary disappointment does not dictate my dream. My decision does, right? So I'm very clear on my why. Now, next could be a lack of belief. Maybe you're having a hard time believing in yourself. And I would say that you have to invest in your own personal, like, what are the areas that you need to commit to grow this year? And getting books or training, or gosh, perhaps some of you might just need some counseling, like a life coach or whatever the case may be. Somebody to encourage you and motivate you in this season. You are the best investment that you will ever make. When you invest in yourself, it makes you a better wife or husband, father or mother, sister, brother, or friend. So making that investment in you. If you lack belief in the profession or in your company, or maybe your connection to success and saying, well, I don't know if it's possible for me, what I would suggest is becoming a student of the industry and really studying network marketing and seeing the power and potential and really the powerful stories that the network marketing profession has created, not only in your company, yes, study those stories and share those stories, but in our profession as well, and really become a student. Here's the thing. If it's a lack of skill set, and I feel like, with a lot of people, this is the case, it's a skill set thing. It's like, I just don't know exactly what to say. If somebody would tell me what to say and how to reach out and how to follow up and all of that good stuff, Sarah, I'd be on fire. I'd be running with my hair on fire. What did I do when I started? Guys, when I started my business, we had no trainers, no training. We had no presentation. We didn't even have a compensation plan yet. I was one of the first 2 consultants, myself and my mom. We had products and belief. That was it. That's all we had. And we told a story. But one of my friends, Leslie, says, you know, when people see today, Sarah, that you've earned a multiple 6-figure monthly income, they ask me, how did Sarah do it? Formerly shy kindergarten teacher, 19 cents in my bank account. I had no network. All of my friends were young and broke just like me. How did she do it? She said, I tell them one thing, Sarah was coachable. And Leslie was right. I was getting the books, literally buying all the books I could on network marketing. I was going to all of the company events, all of the industry events. I was learning. I was becoming a student. And I was like, by golly, if they can do it, if they can create a system, so can I. But it's going to take time. It takes time to develop your talent, as in any profession. I tell people, give it 3 to 5 years minimum. But where else could you compress 30 to 50 years into 3 to 5 years? But the thing that you really have to get clear on is your plan of activity every day. Here's the thing. It's easier to give birth than it is to resurrect the dead. I always say, you don't like your team, build a new one, right? The idea is active prospecting, not passive prospecting. It is the most expensive decision, the most expensive mistake that you would make. Personal activity is the cure to what ails you in your business. And guys, I just cannot stress to you enough that if you need help in the area of the skill set piece, mindset and skill set, to be honest with you, I want to be a partner to you in that. I made a decision last year. I really revisited my why, because you get to points, and I got to the point of reaching the very top ranks and earning anything I possibly could with our company. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Because a lot of times people are like, Sarah, you could retire and be on a beach today. And it's true. And I could do nothing else and my team's going to grow. That's the beauty of residual sales. It's a beauty. That's a power of our profession. So I had to ask myself and get clear, what is my why? Why am I still doing this? And my why today is leaving legacy. It is paying back the profession that has so tremendously blessed us. And my why now today is helping other people walk out their why. So for a long time, people said, do you do coaching? No, I don't. I didn't have time. I've got a 3-year-old, a team of over 300,000, and many more customers, right? Millions of customers. And I decided last year I would offer up some master classes and literally break down every single skill set that you would need to be successful. And I taught them in about 2-hour courses, giving language, downloads, ideas, scripts, etc. And the feedback we've gotten was absolutely incredible. So I decided to keep them up on my site for 2019. I just want to share with you that we are migrating platforms this year. So I want to just let you know this is the last week to get those programs at over half off. It'll be the lowest price they're ever offered again. So if you're interested and you need help on the scale set piece, guys, there's one called Rock Your Recruiting. It's literally exactly how I recruited 300 people. Where I found them, you get downloads of ideas of where to find people and what to say. You get scripts. And I walk you through every single possible scenario, online and offline, for prospecting. Basically, the art of talking to new people to get new customers and consultants or distributors in your company. Tied for the top sellers, also social media that sells. How I built a business primarily online with no paid advertising money. We touch on Facebook and Instagram, virtual events. It's powerful. But we've got one on sales. We've got one on events, guys. We have so many things. If you want to even know how to start people strong, we've got Rock Start. They're all there for you. They're theirs for the taking. Be a student of the profession. And remember, as always, you are the best investment that you will ever make. What is your why worth? Never walk out on your why. Guys, I would love to hear from you. What areas are you maybe challenged on that you'd like some help on? Is there any topics you'd like for me to touch on in an upcoming live? Make sure you type those below. And if I can be any help as it relates to mindset or skill set, make sure you share that with me too. But don't forget to check out sarahrobbins.com. Last week, go to the store. We'll be doing this for one last week. And pick up those master classes and become a student of the profession. And watch to see how it changes your life and really your legacy, countless of others' lives who come after you too, because of your yes, your decision to press on and to persevere. I'll post a link below, but I would love to hear from you guys. And to today's free training help, I hope so. Share your takeaways below. I hope you guys have an absolutely incredible day. And I want to say God bless and goodbye for now. And rock on, rock stars. We'll talk to you real soon.